I'd like to start off with saying, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, double honors of Apostle Elders, a great no soul that taught me this 100% truth that will well. Salutations to the y'all came out there pushing the truth in all sincerity and risk their lives to do so. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered among the four corners of the earth that believe in the truth, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Shalom. This is Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud ye and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Yeah, so that day, is fastly approaching. It's coming upon us. And inspired me, to do this lesson is, I was watching, one of the the newest Marvel movie, the Ant-Man, to the Ant-Man series or whatnot. And one of the characters, in the movie, they claim him to be the villain. He's a Jake, I'm saying, I think his name is Kane or whatever, Kane or whatnot. I believe it's the name of the character, but anyway. So, one of his, to quote what he said, he's like, a broken world has to be burned, and this is what the Lord is going to do to this world. He's going to burn it because it's broken. You know what I'm saying? Because, this world, in his wicked rulership under Esau, Edom, stands against everything that Yahweh Hashem Shai stands for. You know what I'm saying? So, just like Esau, he has his, plan for his, new world order or his global reset, with his, MOTV marketed bees or whatnot, bringing in, his central bank digital currency or whatnot, getting you to change over, resetting, how the system is ran to enslave you. The Lord is coming with the ultimate reset, you know what I'm saying? To destroy this place in itself. And, once he destroys it, righteousness is gonna prevail, you know what I'm saying? But the destruction has to come first, and, the Lord, what I'm saying, he did this before. He hit the reset button before, with the flood, you know what I'm saying? With Noah, and, he saved his family, because Noah and his family, represented the elect. And, the Lord, spared them, because, Noah was righteous. And, the Lord, hit the reset button and flooded all the earth and, everyone in it who was wicked. And he replenished the earth, through Noah's 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, yeah, so the Lord, is going to bring, great destruction, and, he's going to burn this place, what I'm saying, to correct it. This is Revelations 20:14, which reads, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Yeah, so, and this is referring to the elect of the nation of Israel. So those, who are of the nation of Israel, who are not part of the elect, that the Lord's going to give salvation to, they're going to be thrown into the lake of fire and destroyed in the second death. And this is, the first death was the flood, and the second death is going to be, through fire, you know what I'm saying? And this is how the Lord is going to cleanse the earth, by his purification, by, taking it through the fire, you know what I'm saying? And destroying the wicked that's within it. And, cleansing it and purifying it, and, bringing in righteous rulership. So yes, death, and, again, about the hell doctrine, you know what I'm saying? If death and hell is going to be cast into the lake of fire, how is hell this place where that, people are just burning for an eternity. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense if if hell is already a place that's on fire, and people who die that are wicked go there and burn for eternity. How is it so that you know it's not already on fire? When the scriptures say here that death and hell shall be cast into the lake of fire. You know what I'm saying? Showing you that that's this Greek mythology. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to conquer death and hell. You know, which he already did. When he came put his life on the line for the nation of Israel. But death is also Esau Edom. He's going to conquer Esau Edom, and what I'm saying, and take us out of the hellish condition that we're in. Because Esau Edom, he's death. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get that here. This is Revelations 6 and 8, which read, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with the sword, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. And who was given power over the fourth part of the world? Esau Edom. He's still in the power seat today. You know what I'm saying? Of the fourth part of the world, which is so-called America, aka Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon. This is his, this is current rulership in his kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And he is death and hell. And the Lord is going to, conquer death and hell and throw into the lake of fire. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is going to destroy, the wicked from off the earth. Esau Edom is going to be destroyed, and the Lord's coming. You know what I'm saying? Because, he's the Lord's enemy, and he's the number one enemy of the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And he has to pay for all the wickedness he's done throughout the whole earth and into the Lord's people. This is Revelations 21 and 8, which read, but the fear and unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and the whoremongers and the sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Yeah. For this, because this world is broken, and that's why all this wickedness is here, because we got a wicked ruler in Esau Edom, the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? That promotes wickedness throughout the earth and throughout the world. You know what I'm saying? He pushes homosexuality. He pushes this LGBTQ EFG bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The transformer generation. Pushing that amongst the children. You know what I'm saying? Saying it's okay. Kids can choose their own gender if they so choose or whatnot, and even like take away the parents' say in doing so or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? At a young age, which is pure wickedness. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens when you got a wicked ruler in the power seat. And the Lord got to come take him out of the way to bring that correction into the earth. Because he's pushing that poison, that wickedness throughout the earth, because that's his pretty much his lot. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord created him to do. You know what I'm saying? To be the wicked and to make an example of. You know what I'm saying? And he is going to do that in his coming. So this is Zechariah 13 and 8, which reads, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. Yeah, so the Lord is going to destroy 2/3 of his people here in Babylon the Great, of the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? They got to be destroyed, and that's part of the the cleansing process and destroying the broken. You know what I'm saying? Burning them in the fire, like the quote from the movie. The a broken world has to be burnt. You know what I'm saying? Many of our people are in that broken state still, and they're not going to repent and turn to the Lord. But that's the lot that was given unto them to be destroyed on the side. You know what I'm saying? 2/3 of the nation of Israel is going to be destroyed here in Babylon the Great, which is AKA America. You know what I'm saying? And the 1/3 the Lord is going to purify. In that um, you know transition of us. Um, coming into our power. You know what I'm saying? Because uh, once you return to the Lord, you know what I'm saying? You got to be purged of all your wickedness. So you're gonna catch hell when you're on the side, but it's all for great purposes because the Lord is gonna give you your salvation. But you still got to go through the certain things, you know, before receiving that. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord, if you of the 1/3, the elect, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna receive your salvation. The Lord's gonna beam you up in the chariots. Though you may suffer, but that's all part of the going through the fire and being purified and cleansed. And this is Revelations 18:1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon, the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean, hateful bird. Yeah. For all the nations have drunken of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Yeah, and that's why this Lord has to destroy this place, because Babylon influenced the other nations to do wickedly. All the nations, what I'm saying, follow after this Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's ways. What I'm saying, because he pushes upon these nations, and then when you try to come against it, he tries to make you out to be the villain. What I'm saying. Because I think it was, what was it, one of these countries, Africa, whatnot, they had the thing against homosexuality, and Esau, Edom, America had a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to give them rights. Like, they're saying, you doing some homosexual shit, like, we'll put you to death type thing. You know what I'm saying? But Esau, Edom, you know what I'm saying, he not with that. You know what I'm saying? He's about promoting wickedness, because remember, he's the Lord's adversary. You know what I'm saying? So he's against everything that the Lord stands for. So he wants this world to be ran, what I'm saying, in his image or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of his image. Bringing forth homosexuality and wicked shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And even with the women, like, the women come to this country who are from these other countries, and they become tainted, what I'm saying, with the ways of Babylon, and they start going off or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because the influence of this wicked place or whatnot. So the woman that has certain morals in certain countries, you know what I'm saying, being the closest thing to a real woman as you can get. You know what I'm saying? That's what you see Jake, you know what I'm saying, they call it passport bulls. They want to go to these different countries and deal with women that not from Babylon. You know what I'm saying? Because they're a little bit more decent than, the women out here, because they've been, polluted and poisoned with the ways of Babylon. You know what I'm saying? Of Esau, Edom, wickedness. As the ruler is, so is the of the people or whatnot. Just paraphrasing. But that that's what this devil he does. You know what I'm saying? He pushes his wickedness upon the world, and that's why the Lord got to take him out of the way. And let's read a little bit more here. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. That's it. This is Revelations 18:7. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously so much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord power with judging her. Yeah, so the Lord going to destroy this place in 1 hour, from the nuclear missiles that he's going to send upon this place, to destroy it. Let's read on. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Yeah, because the Lord is going to, destroy this place. You know what I'm saying? For all this wickedness. And then people of the other nations are going to lament, and they're going to, be saddened, you know what I'm saying? That, this place get destroyed because they made, a lot of money off of this place, you know what I'm saying? But, the Lord is going to destroy this place and make an example of it, you know what I'm saying? And, it's going to burn it to a crisp, to show his, his power, you know what I'm saying? And, give deliverance unto his people. But, it has to be burned to be refined. A broken place has to be burned. This place is going to be destroyed. And the second death, which is by fire. And this is Revelations 9:15, which reads, and the 4 angels were lost, and the 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men. Yeah. And who's that third part of men? That's Esau, Edom, because there's 3 parts of men. The sons of God, which is the nation of Israel, the sons of men, the nations, and the son of perdition, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? He's the wicked of the earth. He's the son of perdition. He's the evil, that the Lord has set up, to reign in his last day, to take out of the way, to make an example of. Reading on. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and 100 the number of them. Yeah, and that's of these nuclear missiles that the Lord is going to send over here to destroy Babylon within that hour, just like we read in Revelation 18. Before that 1 hour, this place was destroyed. So the Lord is going to actually destroy this place in an hour's time. You know what I'm saying? This place is going to be destroyed. All the nuclear missiles that he's going to send to destroy this place from these other nations, and with the chariots that are going to come and set this place ablaze, with the laser beams that they're going to shoot from the chariots, destroying this place. But the Spirit of the Lord is also going to be, inside of the missiles to make sure it don't miss. And, we're going to read that here. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, the angels, have breastplates of fire and of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issues fire and smoke and brimstone. Yeah, so the Spirit of the Lord is going to be on these, nuclear missiles, to destroy this place. You know what I'm saying? The Spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah is going to be inside these missiles to make sure that they don't miss, and it's going to destroy the Babylon as he intended. Reading on, by these 3 was the third part of men killed by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone, which is issued out of their mouths. For their power is in the mouth, and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents, and their head, and had heads, and with them They do hurt, yeah, because where is the power of a nuclear missile? It's not the head. That's what they call it, the warhead. You know what I'm saying? And the power for the trajectory of it is in its tail. Where the fire is, that's what directs it. But with the mouth or the head of it is where the destruction lies. And when that hits, it's going to destroy this place. It's going to be a nuclear explosion. And it's going to set it ablaze or whatnot. And that's why there's a controversy about the prophets that saying a comment that or a statement that Elder Apostle Tahar made that the prophets today know more than the prophets of old, which is true because the prophets that are here today on the highways and byways teaching you the 100% truth, or the prophets of old that the Lord has set back up to prophesy to the nation of Israel and to the other nations about the things that are to come. So with that, now that the Lord has sent these men back, what I'm saying, the things that they used to describe certain things then they didn't know. What I'm saying, like John had no idea. He knew what he saw, but he didn't know how to put it in the term intercontinental intercontinental ballistic missiles wasn't then. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what he's describing here. You know what I'm saying? He's describing the intercontinental ballistic missiles, that are going to be sent here to destroy Babylon. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, he used the words that he knew to best his ability to describe what he was seeing. You know what I'm saying? So now that the Lord has sent, these same men back, the same prophets of old, you got the proper understanding and the proper terminology to use, you know what I'm saying, to describe or put in the terms, the proper term, what it is that, the prophets of old saw. You know what I'm saying? Because now, we know, we can see it, you know what I'm saying? Just like, with the mark, you know what I'm saying? We know that the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip, that, that's why they, Esau Edom was going to this digital platform, bringing in the, central bank digital currency, to where he's going to make you buy or sell, because he's going to put his information, your bank information, on the RFID microchip, and you won't be able to buy or sell without it. You know what I'm saying? And now we know what that is, the RFID microchip. You know what I'm saying? Which is a carnal thing. But yes, the Lord is going to destroy Babylon with fire, because this is a broken place that needs to be destroyed. This is Second Esdras 4:26, which read, "They answered me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for the world hasteth fast to pass away." Yeah, because all the wickedness that was in the earth, the world places fast to pass away. So the Lord got to come and get rid of the wickedness in the world, because if he don't, what I'm saying, this devil, he's going to destroy it. You know what I'm saying? So he got to be taken out of the way, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come, for this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. Yeah, this world, Esau Edom's world, is full of unrighteousness and infirmities, and it has to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? To be, to bring upon, proper righteousness. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord has to cleanse this place. It has to be cleansed, and he's going to cleanse it with the fire that he's bringing, and the destruction that he's bringing upon this place. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction therefore is not yet come. Yeah, and this is the place where evil is sown. Babylon the Great, aka America. You know what I'm saying? This place has to be in existence, to bring forth righteousness. You know what I'm saying? And we as a nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the scattered mixed multitude that amongst, they had to experience wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Because in our kingdom, we had to experience both sides, because we're going to be the righteous rulers of the world in our kingdom, in our world to come. You know what I'm saying? So we had to experience both the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? Both evil and good. So we can be righteous rulers. You know what I'm saying? Reading on, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, yeah. If this place is not taken out of the way, righteousness can't come. We're just going to read. Then cannot it come that is sown with good, yeah. So this place had to be sown, the place of evil, which is, Babylon the Great. You know what I'm saying? The Lord had to, and plus, we had to serve our captivity. This place, Babylon the Great, so-called America, is a place, is a prison sentence in an altar. You know what I'm saying? This is a prison sentence, a prison into the nation of Israel, to where we had to serve our punishment. And an altar, a great altar, because, a great sacrifice is going to have to be made. You know what I'm saying? As the Lord burns this place to a crisp, along with the wicked people that are here. You know what I'm saying? Of the heathen nations and amongst our nation. You know what I'm saying? They have to be burnt. They have to be cleansed. But the thing about our people though, but those that are destroyed on this side, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be reborn into the kingdom, into righteousness. You know what I'm saying? So even though they're going to be destroyed, because that's their lot on this side, they're still going to, come into a righteous kingdom and into a righteous rulership and rule over the other nations. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's been promised unto us as the nation of Israel. That we're going to rule over the other nations, because the Lord created the world for our sake, the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Lord said, ask of me and I should give you the heathen as an inheritance. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to inherit the heathen, and they're going to serve us, you know what I'm saying, in our kingdom. And this is it right here, last scripture. This is second Esdras. We're going to go straight to 1:6 and 9, which reads, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Yeah. So this world, Esau, Edom's world, his wicked reign, his wicked rulership, to where the world is broken, is going to be burnt to a crisp. It's going to be cleansed with, with fire. You know what I'm saying? In the second death. This is the judgment that the Lord is bringing upon the earth. You know what I'm saying? To, cleanse it, purify it, you know what I'm saying? And cleanse it and fix it of its brokenness, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to be properly restored, and the proper rulers, the nation of Israel, you know what I'm saying? When the Lord comes, to, give great destruction to this place and give salvation to his people, the elect that the Lord is going to save out of here, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be restored, and the place is going to be cleansed, and it's going to be a proper running righteous system in the kingdom of heaven under the nation of Israel. When our rulership comes into play, when Jacob's rulership comes in to existence, because Esau, Edom is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of a righteous rulership to follow. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. I hope this lesson will edify. I just want to say, Call Yahweh Shemashai, Kram Hashivala, Abba Shalom.